Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. You know, many years ago, Earl Nightingale said, "Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal." And that is by far the best definition of success I've ever come across. You know, let's talk about how you can realize your worthy ideal and how you can keep achieving your goals one after another. You know, before we get started, let's get clear on two things though, okay? First, at any time you want to make a significant change, whether it's earning a lot of money or, for instance, ending world hunger, you're not just trying to change your income or feed more people. You're trying to change your thought patterns. Thought patterns are the ideas, beliefs, and habits you have about any idea. And second, you can't change your thought patterns with self-will alone. Now, if you understand these two things and you're ready and willing to change, you'll be amazed at where this leads. Now, there are only two ways to change our thought patterns. One way to change a thought pattern is to experience an emotional impact that hits you so hard that your life is never the same. It's usually a negative or troubling event, such as a death, an act of violence, maybe a natural disaster, but it can also be something positive. And you know, since significant emotional impacts are unpredictable, I strongly recommend using repetition, the second way to change your thought patterns. And repetition, my friends, is exposing yourself to a new idea over and over again. And that's exactly what we're doing with our goal card, right? You've written your goal on the goal card. Every chance you get, you're reading that over and over again, repeating the achievement of your goal to your mind. And that's important because the point of repetition is not to memorize information, but rather to impress the idea or image into your subconscious or emotional mind enough times that it replaces the old idea or thought pattern that resides there today. And you know, in my opinion, repetition is the mother of all learning. Repetition is a primary way that we do learn. And changing our thought patterns is ultimately learning or adopting new beliefs and habits, right? You see, our thought patterns are very tricky, and they have us accepting the concept that if we can remember and repeat information, we've learned it. But I'm saying that's not so. You know, regardless of how often we've heard it or how many people believe it, that's not learning. It's merely gathering information. And this is precisely why so many people continually get the same results over and over again. All they're doing is reading books or attending seminars, but very little changes. The main thing that does not change is their mental patterns. You know, we change our mental patterns, and that is when we consciously entertain an idea, we emotionalize the idea, we act on the idea, and we observe a change in the results we're getting. You know, consciously entertaining an idea, in this case, your goal, is very, very easy. You're doing it with a goal card. Every chance you get, every opportunity you have, you're reading that goal card over and over and over again, impressing upon your mind the idea that you have accomplished a certain achievement or circumstance, and then the actions you take in your life will represent the achievement of that goal, and you will eventually have it. You know, emotionalizing the idea so that it gets planted in the subconscious mind is anything but easy because your thought patterns are deeply rooted. And, you know, your thought patterns have been running the show for so long that it does not want to change. And that's the way the human mind works. If it's working for us today, the mind thinks, why change? I'm getting the results I want. And the mind doesn't realize that we are actively and progressively seeking something different. So we must impress upon our minds this new reality so that we take different actions and get different results. So use this as an example. Let's say your goal is to lose 30 pounds in a year. Now that is a worthy ideal in my opinion. However, your thought patterns want you to stay just the way you are. So let's say your goal to lose 30 pounds in a year It's something that can be very, very, very difficult, and your thought patterns don't want you to lose the weight. So your mind will throw roadblocks up to keep you at or near your current weight. Tell me if this has happened to you before. You're snacking on a carrot stick and hitting the gym, and your thought patterns fight back with statements like, come on, one more piece of bread isn't going to hurt you, or you've got too much to do to go to the gym, you can do it later. How many times have you talked yourself out of good things just because it didn't fall in line with the standard train of thought and the standard activities that you're doing on a daily basis? And that happens because initially the image of the change is weak in your mind because it's only in your conscious mind. You're thinking about making the change, right? It's like, think of it as a little sapling tree that you've planted in the soil. What repetition of a new idea will do is it will work to loosen the soil of the conscious mind and allow this new idea to take root in your subconscious mind. And that's where the magic happens. Because once you impress the image onto your emotional mind or your subconscious mind, the stronger it will become. And eventually the old image will weaken and the new one will replace it. And you'll move into the new area or effort that you want to realize in order to achieve this new life or goal you're trying to achieve. And what happens is through repetition, you're able to replace old ways of thinking with new trains of thought that are more productive, more positive, and will get you where you want to be. And the process works because, you know what? It's aligned with the natural state of the way the mind works. And that's important to be mindful of the ideas that you are planting into your mind, because if you utilize this technique that I recommend with the goal card and you repetitively repeat a new idea for the mind to take action on, believe that it will. So you want to be very careful in how you utilize this knowledge. It's very, very, very powerful. You can plant seeds of goodness in your mind. You can also plant the alternative in your mind as well. You want to be very, very careful because unlike the conscious mind, your subconscious mind is totally subjective. It accepts whatever you give it. So anything that you say, write, or feel over and over again will eventually become fixed in the subconscious mind. And the thing about the subconscious mind is it'll have you take action without you even consciously thinking about it. So the habits that we build through the repetitive nature of the thoughts or ideas that we're constantly placing in the subconscious mind need to stay as positive as possible, and we need to utilize these techniques in the most productive way possible. That's going to get us really good results, and it's going to keep us walking down a positive track towards goals that aren't going to hurt others and are going to help us. Okay, think of it this way. Here's another example of this. When I was a little kid, I was late for school fairly often. So the teacher would have me write 100 times over and over again, I'm late for school. I'm late for school. Now, what she didn't understand is she was actually programming me to be late for school. And I'm telling you, just 15 minutes a day can completely change your life. Each day, you just need to allocate a portion of your time to certain things. You eat every day, you wash your body every day, you get dressed every day. Well, if you want to improve the quality of your life, start allocating a portion of each day to changing your thought patterns. And you can use your goal card over and over again. It's a great way to change what we're thinking and to change the reality of the ideas that are driving the results we're getting day to day from our lives. And you can take a piece of paper, as I've recommended every morning, write down on that piece of paper at the very top, in the present tense, your current goal. Then immediately afterwards, write your goal with the opposite hand 10 times. Then do it later in the day another 20 times with the opposite hand. And write your goal over and over again. And then tomorrow, take a new sheet of paper and repeat the process. writing with one hand twice a day your current goal, and then with the other hand writing it 10 more times, and then switch to the other hand. But do this for 15 minutes a day for the next 30 days, and it'll pay huge dividends in shifting the way you think, your thought patterns. Your goals will become easier to realize because they'll become ready-made items that you're already taking action on, because your subconscious mind is constantly working on the ideas that you place in it, whether you consciously know it or not. And you're going to see a difference in your day-to-day results that you're getting from just completing this exercise 15 minutes a day. And here's something else that I highly recommend. Become an actor. Write a script that details how you really want to live, and then read it and reread it. Memorize the script and then internalize it. Become the script. Become emotionally involved with it, and then you will start to live the part. And this is something the greatest actors do all the time, right? When they're playing a part, they learn the character. They actually become the character. They set aside time every single day to behave as if they are that character, to speak and talk and act as if they are that character. If you want to change your life, you got to change your life. Who do you want to be? Be that person. I'm telling you right now, it's the same as many actors have proven over and over and over again over the years. If you want to play a new role in the life you're living today, write the script for yourself. Write it out on a piece of paper. Everything you want in your life, the car, the house, the job, the income, and then read that over and over and over again until it becomes a reality and it's something that you've memorized. It's fixated in your mind. And then you're going to find that over time, that repetition is going to be the mother of all learning. And I'm telling you, what it's going to do is it's going to prove itself to you. And I know you'll be glad that you've tried this. But if you write that script out, very detailed, read it over and over again every single day, you are going to find that you begin living a new life. You become a different person, a new person. You're taking new challenges on. You're learning new things. The results you're getting in your life are going to be so much better. Now, these are just some ideas I wanted to share with you today. I think they're very important. But repetition is the key and the mother of all learning here. And I just also wanted to kind of share this with you today so we could get a little bit deeper into the understanding of why I recommend and hand out these goal cards by the hundreds. Because I believe this tool, this instrument right here, as simple as it seems, it's a card, it's a business card, it's a piece of paper. It can fundamentally change every single aspect of your life. And you know why? Because change happens here. Everything you have in your life today is because you think that's possible. You are where you want to be. You've decided to be there. You want to be somewhere else? Decide to be there. You want to change the script? Well, write the script. Write the script you want. Read it over and over again until you become that character. I mean, aren't we all just a character in this movie we call life? You know, most people just go through, they give themselves a little part, you know, in their little role in their life, and otherwise they just let everything happen to them. What I'm saying is become the director, write the script, be the main character, learn the part, control every aspect of your show, and I'm telling you, it'll change your life like night and day. Friends, I care about you. I think you are so amazing. And if anybody's worth it, you are. I know you can do this. I believe in you. I care about you. And you know what? I'll be back tomorrow. And we're going to talk about some great things then too, okay? Have a wonderful day, my friends. Take care.